Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Nathan, and I am here with Holly.
Hey guys!
Holly, this is, you've been out to play another video game, and this is Yooka Laylee. This is coming up to launch now, so this is, with some serious hands-on time, 6 new things that we need to know about Yooka Laylee.
Yeah, so we've covered Yooka Laylee a little bit in the past, so you can see some other videos on the channel if that's your thing, but I'm really excited for Yooka Laylee, so I thought I'd put together the perfect video, just in case maybe you hadn't heard of it, and you thought it looked nice. So this should be, everything I want you to know if you're going to pick up Yooka Laylee, which you should do, by the way.
And what are we going to begin with? What's your number 1?
The story.
Nice.
Now, this is without going into major spoilers, so don't worry, we've cut out all the major cutscenes. But basically, a book that belongs to Yooka and Laylee has gone missing, and the pages have all come out, and we need to get our book back. That's what we need to do.
It's like a high-intensity library trip.
Yeah, a really high-intensity library trip. Libraries are cool again.
And so I'm the perfect audience for this video, because apart from seeing you guys play it and reminding me of like the fun times that I used to have on my my N64, I'm going to say it on the channel. I've said it now.
Go one further, Nathan. Say Banjo-Kazooie.
Well, yeah, okay, I will. Banjo-Kazooie. So apart from that, I really don't know much about it. So are these so that's your story. That's your kind of overall story arc, and then. Could you tell, like, are the pages then like your collectibles? Are they kind of like the overall charting, I need to get all these back item of the story?
Yeah, so if anyone watching this used to have an N64 and did play Banjo-Kazooie, this is made by many of the same people. They left Rare, they started a company called Playtonic, and Yooka Laylee was a Kickstarter project, and I mean, it nailed Kickstarter. It got backed so quickly. So it's got loads of similar things. So if you play Banjo-Kazooie and you remember Jiggies, these are the Jiggies. These are the main collectible that you need to explore the world. So here I am now collecting a pagey. And what you do... Yeah, sorry, carry on, Nate.
No, I was going to say, well, pagey, because we've actually blended from one seamlessly in this video edit. So the first point was the story, but number 2 is the fact that the kind of main aim of the game is these collectible items.
Yeah, so the pages themselves open the worlds, and that's what you use them for. So for the first world, we actually need 1 pagey. And then as you collect them by completing side quests or finding them here in the world. In fact, we found this one here in the hub world, Ivory Towers, but we can't access it yet because we don't have the right moveset, which we'll come on to discuss in a bit. So you take the pagey to the giant book, and you can then open the book and enter that world. You can collect more pages and either open up new worlds or expand the worlds you're already in. So even if you get into a world and you've completed it, you can go back, use more pages, and whole new areas of that world will become accessible. It's actually huge.
Oh, that's a really nice mechanic. And it is, yeah, it's super old school. It also reminds me of collecting stars in a certain other Nintendo 64 title, which is one of my favourite games.
Well, here we are. So this is us opening the second world. So we actually needed to go to the first world, which I've shown in other videos we've made. I've collected 3 pages. I've come here and I've opened up a new book and accessing now a completely new world, which I think is being shown for the first time today.
Oh, nice. Well done on hitting us up with an exclusive, Holly. Yes.
Well, you know, us and a few other maybe, but this is the one you want to watch. This is the best one. It's ours.
Well, this actually, and again, like this entry is all a bit like these first three entries are kind of running into each other, as we kind of intended by showing this. So the kind of the third thing we wanted to talk about was this, as we jump into that book now, it is the world and is the kind of the fact that there's a hub world and just about how all the levels kind of relate to each other. So as you said, it's the kind of structure which has a hub and you can go into areas and then come back and then re-explore them later on.
Yeah, so for example, the hub world you saw at the beginning is called Ivory Towers, and what you'll do here is you'll go into the first world and then you'll actually unlock a new move, which we will come to talk about, and you can then use that move back in the hub world to access a place you couldn't get to before, where you'll then be able to spend your pages. So the game is really good at encouraging you to keep coming back. It's really clever.
Well, that's a classic thing. I don't know of anyone who, you know, has been playing games for as long as we have, who hasn't experienced that thing where there's like a platforming like section of a level, and you just can't do it, and you just get you get mad.
Yeah.
And then you think, wait, I know why I can't do this. It's because I haven't got my whatever the move is yet.
Exactly.
My flaming reverso jump. We've changed. So this is so obviously like the environments are. This is basically how what we're looking at now, kind of tropical, sunny, was all I'd seen of the game so far. But I guess there must be more to it than that.
Yeah. So this is actually the first world you open, and you kind of have to open this world. In fact, anyone who's seen my previous footage and said the world looked a little bit empty, that's because what we were seeing was just a demo build. So even the monsters in it have actually changed. So this is kind of how it will look I suppose at release, which isn't that far away.
And then how long? So just to give us an overall sense of how the scope of the game in total. So we've seen these kind of two different sorts of environments. Do you have any kind of scope of like how much of the game they represent?
They haven't told me. I was like, so how many worlds exactly are there? But they haven't told me. But if it's anything like these guys, these Playtonic team they're so in love with this game that I can't wait to see what else they've done. And I actually kind of want it to be a bit of a surprise. It's the worst part of our job, Nathan. Everything gets spoiled for you.
Well, that is very true. And we've actually moved on here to number, and this is something we've actually just touched upon, which is the different moves that you unlock. So you are talking to a snake in trousers, a trouser snake. I've just literally got that as I said it out loud, even though I think they've already told me about it.
But but he has got 2 eyes.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he's definitely different to what that I've seen previously. So I guess this section is about the kind of the different moves that you can. So this is your trouser patented maneuver. What is going on?
So this is the pure Playtonic. This is the Banjo-Kazooiness of it. It's just all the play on words. But what Trouser does is he's a bit of a wheeler and dealer, a used car merchant snake, and he will give you new moves. So what you're seeing here is him giving us a move that will allow us to go up really steep slopes, or here one that allows us to glide. We can then use those to reach new places that we couldn't before.
So this is like a gliding double jump. This is basically what we're seeing here.
Yes.
Nice.
So if we hadn't got the move, we wouldn't be able to access this bit, which will then allow us to get to the glacier.
And the mechanism for kind of picking up new moves is you're buying them. Is it like a simple trade, or do you unlock them with progress?
So he'll give you some for free to help you unlock the new worlds, and then when you're in the worlds, you can purchase them using quills, which are the main collectible currency in the game.
Nice. Okay. And so I guess in that way you're like able to choose which bits of the world that you want to explore before others.
Yeah.
And it must be that, like, and the design must be like pretty fluid and open in order to kind of facilitate that.
Yeah, like at the very beginning it does sort of steer you in one sort of direction, which is this is the first world and we recommend this as the second, but how you do that when you're there is kind of you. So another move, you can eat plants. And what I'm doing here, now depending on which plant you eat gives you a power. I've eaten grenades.
Right. Oh, those famous grenade plants.
Yes, which allows me to blow stuff up. Now in this case, I have completed the task that has been set for me here. That unlocks that pagey that's trapped in the cagey, and I can then collect that pagey.
I see where we're at, and it looks like we're on to the next one here, which I've got written down as collectibles.
Yeah, so you can't hark back to like the 90s glory days of gaming without collectibles, because that is exactly what these games do. So quills.
We've already got. Yeah, I was going to say we've already got one set. We've already got pages, but there are other things.
So yeah, there's quills, which are the main currency in the world. The butterflies give us energy. And then there's these really, really tricky ones that I don't know if Jackson's put this in or not, and I'm waiting to see if there's a particular bit that he's added. But there are there's Vendi here. She gives you tonics. Now these you can unlock in the game by doing certain tasks, and then they give you things like, you can see at the bottom there, 64-bit mode, or you can unlock some new pants.
Oh, wow. I don't know which of those I would choose.
But they're all doing different things. So again, you need to collect everything and do all of her tasks to get the tonics.
So I'm getting the sense of a world which is kind of pretty kind of open to you choosing how you want to explore it, and then you're going to be doing a whole lot of kind of re-exploring in order to make sure that you haven't missed anything, because the collectibles are like, if you're going to 100% this game, you're going to be doing a few tours.
Oh yes. Now This is side quests and mini games.
This is our final entry, yeah.
Now, this I'm terrible at. Now, what Jackson left out before is there's little ghosts that you can collect, and one of them runs around, and I ran straight for it and jumped off the cliff. So I thought maybe because Jackson didn't put that in, he was going to be nice to me. But no, Jackson's put in me absolutely failing this race.
So who are you racing?
I can't remember his name, but he's a very nice cloud. And I didn't. Look at that. What a love. Thank you, Dave, for not making me look bad.
And this is like something. Is this like stealth gameplay? What's going on here?
So again, this is another side quest. This is to unlock a pagey and a cagey. So I've obviously got to match these at the top without getting caught by, I was going to say a BMOS.
Oh, man.
But
right.
yeah,
No.
but it's not a BMOS. In fact, I think we've done this one before. Look at this.
That looks really nice. That's a really smart bit of like mini game design. I like it.
And again, I couldn't do this one originally because I hadn't bought this move off Trouser.
What, like the stomping ass move?
Yeah.
That's one I can do in real life.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad. Now this one was interesting. So to get towards the second world, I had to take on Dr. Quack's mini game.
So I'm getting this. Okay, so this is like, was it numbers?
No, this is an actual quiz, and it's basically based off stuff that you should have seen if you paid attention when you were exploring the first world.
Oh man! And he lives inside like a dispensing like gumball
just
machine.
roll with it. Don't think. Just feel, and you'll be
okay.
you'll be okay. Again,
Things will
Dave's
be fine.
been very kind on this edit because I failed it straight away the first time I played it and was like, oh man, I should really start writing things down.
We're just showing them what's here. So are they going to be like? So when do you tend to find kind of the mini games and the side quests? Are they all over, or are they, how optional are they? Is I guess what I was thinking.
They are actually all over the place, which makes them so good. In fact, you can even play retro video games. They've built in their own retro arcade machine.
Oh man, that's a really nice touch. So I mean, I guess bottom line, because we're out of footage now. Bottom line, Holly, how excited are you for Yooka Laylee, and should we also be excited?
I'm really, really excited because Playtonic are amazing. The game feels fantastic, and you know what? Primary colours, blue skies in gaming. Nathan, you remember that, don't you?
Yeah, I do, and I just think in any video game diet, there's room for this kind of thing, isn't there? It's like a nice, refreshing drink.
It is part of your balanced daily gaming diet.
Your 5 hours a day of gaming. Right. Holly, thanks for running us through that. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments if you're thinking about picking up Yooka Laylee, or if you've got any questions about the game. Holly spent quite a lot of time with it now, so she might be able to help you out. Do like this video if you enjoyed it, and stay tuned to the channel. We have got loads more coming up.